Since voluntary assisted dying became legal in Australia, more than 7,200 people have chosen to end their lives. Almost half of those deaths occurred in just the last financial year alone. Supporters say that this is about choice, but when something grows this fast, we have to stop and ask, what is really driving this? In Queensland and New South Wales, where the laws are less restrictive, assisted dying now accounts for up to 3% of all deaths, and advocates openly say they expect that number to rise to 5%. That is not a rare last resort option anymore. That is becoming normalised. What's especially troubling is where this is happening. In New South Wales, 2/3 of assisted dying deaths are in regional areas where access to specialist care and high-quality palliative support is already limited. If someone is suffering and doesn't have access to pain management, to doctors, or to real support, is that truly a free choice? Or is it a failure of our healthcare system? We're also hearing that many doctors involved are unpaid, they are overstretched, and the government is struggling to keep up with the demand. This should alarm us. Ending life should never be the easiest or fastest option that a system can offer. Being pro-life doesn't mean ignoring suffering. It means believing that every person has dignity until natural death. And our response to pain should be care, presence, and better medicine. A compassionate society doesn't measure progress by how efficiently it helps people die, but how well it helps them live, especially at the end. What happens when a global company funds abortion but won't answer a simple question about it? In 2022, following the overturning of Roe v. Wade, Canva released a public statement announcing it would reimburse US employees who seek an abortion. That policy includes covering travel costs, accommodation, and even expenses for a companion to accompany the pregnant woman. For many in the pro-life community, this raised some serious ethical concerns. So we decided to ask the company directly for clarification. At the end of 2025, we reached out to Canva. We sent them letters, we sent emails, we even visited their head office in Surrey Hills. There was no response. We had Brianna Parkins, a journalist from Channel 10, reach out to us for an interview, and we gave Canva another opportunity to speak publicly about the policy. We attempted to engage with staff at the office. Yet again, even with a national media outlet present, Canva declined to comment. And that raises an important question. If a company is confident in its values, why refuse to defend them? But the conversation doesn't stop there. As part of the next stage of this campaign, we've also begun reaching out to faith-based schools across Sydney, Wollongong and Parramatta. Many schools rely on Canva for classroom materials and student projects, and we want to make sure that the school leaders are fully aware of the company's policy and what it supports. They need to be able to make an informed decision about the platforms that they are using. We've contacted a number of schools and are currently waiting to hear back from them. Now you might be thinking, but I use Canva every day, what can I do? And we understand Canva is convenient and many people rely on it for work, school, small business, and obviously unsubscribing can feel overwhelming and risky. But you are not stuck. We have taken that step ourselves and moved away from Canva. There are other design platforms available that don't require you to compromise on your values. It may take a little bit of adjusting, but it is possible and you don't have to do it alone. If you don't want to support a company that financially backs abortion while avoiding public accountability, we encourage you to unsubscribe from Canva and sign the petition linked below. Because when it comes to the value of human life, silence should never be the final word.